ka-sailor, I'm back! And this is MJ the Sailor. How are you all? Kumusta po kayong lahat? Iba-iba po ang nagreaksyon ng mga tao doon po sa video tungkol po sa Green Lane. Marami pong nabuhay ng loob, nabuhay ng pag-asa na makabalik at makapagtrabaho para sa kanilang mga pamilya, at marami rin naman na nagulat. Okay, so for today's video po, ang topic po natin ay tungkol po sa meeting ng International Maritime Organization po ay facilitated by the UK government noong July 9, 2020, at ito po ay posted sa Container News. At hindi na natin patatagalin ang diskusyon na ito para malaman nyo na kung ano ang topic doon sa meeting ng International Maritime Organization na facilitated by the UK government. Stay tuned na lang po para malaman nyo po kung anong news dito. Ito na po at ating simulan. A meeting of the International Maritime Organization, IMO, facilitated by the UK government, has ended with the agreement of 13 states to help facilitate crew changes. In his opening remarks to the online meeting, Secretary Lim told the audience that COVID-19 has had an impact on all our lives, economies, and society. In these difficult times, the ability of shipping services and seafarers to deliver vital goods, including medical supplies and foods, is central to responding to and eventually overcoming this pandemic, added Lim. The meeting acknowledged that the crew tours of duty could not be extended indefinitely and pledged to encourage all IMO member states to recognize seafarers as they work and to consider the legal possibilities for accepting international recognized documentation. Furthermore, the member states agreed to engage nationally and bilaterally in discussion about implementation to the maximum extent possible as appropriate to the circumstances that may prevail nationally or locally of the recommended framework of protocols for ensuring safe ship crew change and travel during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Included in the 13 countries that signed the declaration were United Kingdom, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Indonesia, Netherlands, Norway, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, United States. Sabi nga nila, we as the representative of governments attending the International Maritime Summit on Crew Changes held on July 9, 2020 by the government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland are deeply concerned by the global crisis. Specifically, they acknowledge as a matter of urgent concern are that the inability of ship operators worldwide to conduct ship crew changes is the single most pressing maritime operational challenge to the safe and efficient movement of global trade. Number 2, at least 200,000 seafarers are estimated to require immediate repatriation, with many serving on extended crew contracts who are overdue to return home, in addition to a similar number of seafarers that urgently need to join their ship in order to allow the world internationally trading vessels to continue to operate safely. Stay put lang po kayo, medyo mahaba-haba po to since International Maritime Organization po ito, At susunod po ay number 3, seafarer tour of duty cannot continue to be extended and need to be kept to a duration of less than 12 months, as set out by the Maritime Labor Convention, MLC 2006. Next one is the complexity of facilitating ship's crew changes, regardless of the seafarer nationality, required concerted action as well as the access to commercial flights to the principal seafarer countries of origin and those countries where crew change take place. The next one is that the health and well-being of seafarers is paramount and is linked to the continuing safety and efficiency of ship's operation. Susunod po ay that the lesson learned during the COVID-19 outbreak be used to create international protocols in partnership with the maritime industry and the regulatory agencies to provide practical instruments to facilitate shipping operations and enable seafarers to perform their essential role in case of a future global pandemic. And they recognize the importance of the pledges set out below and as a matter of urgency too. Number 1, encourage all International Maritime Organization (IMO) states to designate seafarers as key workers, providing an essential service to facilitate a safe and unhindered movement of embarking and disembarking the vessel. Number 2, consider the legal possibilities for accepting internationally recognized documentations such as International Convention on a Standard of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping for Seafarers Certificate, the International Labor Organization or ILO, Seafarers Identity Documents ILO 185, and a letter by the Seafarers Company carried by the seafarers as evidence of their status as key workers and purpose of their travel and movement for crew changes. And number 3, engage nationally and bilaterally in discussion about implementation to the maximum extent possible as appropriate to the circumstances that may prevail nationally or locally, of the recommended framework of protocols for ensuring safe ship crew changes and travel during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Number 4, review, working in conjunction with our health, immigrations, and other relevant ministries, agencies, and authorities, the necessity of any restriction that may continue to apply at national and or local level to the movement and travel of seafarers for the purpose of conducting ship's crew change. These include the possibility of allowing exemption from quarantine or similar restriction in accordance with relevant international rules or health regulation guidelines. Number 5, consider an liaison with our relevant ministry and authorities, including those responsible for the immigration, temporary measures including the possibility of waivers, exemption, or others, relaxation from any visa or documentary requirements that might normally apply to seafarers. Number 6, explore in cooperation with the International Civil Aviation Organization and then the aviation industry ways of increasing access as soon as possible to commercial flights to and from the principal countries of origin of seafarers and the airport in reasonable proximity of those seaports where crew changes are affected. Number 7, urge all IMO members to take any necessary measures within the area of jurisdiction to ensure seafarers affected by the COVID-19 pandemic enjoy safe crew changes as well as repatriation to their home countries. And lastly, they express their deepest appreciation to the world's seafarers who have continued tirelessly to operate ships and move trade throughout this global crisis, and pledge to take forward this action at this summit with the urgency and resolve needed by the situation. Together, they can avert the global crisis that is unfolding at sea and play our part in helping the world defeat the coronavirus COVID-19. Mga ka-sailor, if you find this video very informative and helpful, please don't forget to give me likes and do subscribe. Thank you very much. Hanggang sa muli mga ka-sailor, this is MJ the Sailor. Bye-bye!